Good morning, everyone, and welcome to our first episode of Good Morning KU Sports, where we talk about two of the greatest things in our world today, sports and the Jayhawks. Before we jump into Jayhawk news, I, of course, have to talk about the Super Bowl this past weekend. We have the Patriots and the Seahawks matchup. We were expecting a pretty good game. In my opinion, I was a little bit disappointed. The Patriots did not play well whatsoever, and the Seahawks absolutely smoked them. So I was very happy with the results, but the game was not very competitive, so I was a little bit let down, unfortunately. But otherwise, we had an amazing national anthem at the beginning, performed by Charlie Puth. He did absolutely incredible. I saw a bunch of the clips going viral on TikTok, some people saying he was the top 5 performer of all time for the national anthem at the Super Bowl, so that was very impressive. As we know, he is a musical genius, so I wouldn't expect anything less. We also had a halftime show performed by Bad Bunny. He was incredible as well. Lots of different vibes there. Unfortunately, I don't know any of the words to his songs, but it was still a vibe nonetheless, and we all had a good time. The commercials, I will say, I didn't appreciate very much. There was none that stood out to me, but we still had a variety of CGI and AI generated things mixed in there, which was cool to see, but also kind of made it worse for me in a way, because I like to see the real commercials. On to KU sports. The week started off in the best possible way with KU's win over Arizona. None of us could have expected this, and this win will go down in history considering it marks KU's first win over a top-ranked opponent in Allen Fieldhouse. I'm hoping that this momentum will carry over tomorrow when the Jayhawks face number 5 Iowa State. More info on that later. And that's all I have for you to kick us off. We will go ahead and take a short break and then be back with Summer and Sophia for the Jayhawk Sports Report.
For students searching for a way to stay active in an outdoorsy way, the City of Lawrence has bike trails running in every direction, and with the new bike share program, we can stay in shape as we tour the sights of our beautiful city. Clinton Lake is only a short 30-minute bike ride away from Daisy Hill and has the most incredible sunset location in all of Lawrence. Walking campus may give you the KU calves, but biking can give you the KU thighs. Bike Lawrence today.
Yeah, I always just clap in this part.
This is where everyone's talking amongst themselves. Do you know how to do it? Do you know how to do it?
Are we supposed to smile?
When do we start? Somebody over here already started.
Can we talk about the piccolo part? It's the most complicated one.
It is. If you listen, you're doing it when the band's not playing.
You have to tell me when it starts. I still don't know.
Here we go. Just clapping now. No humps. Nailed it.
I practiced this morning.
Mine was just 2 people.
It has a right and a wrong way of doing it. No. Wrong.
I like my way better.
I don't know how to
1,
do
2,
the
3,
end.
4.
It's just I don't know the
Sorry.
head.
It's hard by yourself.
Welcome back. I'm Sophia.
And I'm Summer, and this is your weekly Jayhawk Sports Report. The men's basketball team picked up a huge victory on Monday night over the top-ranked and previously unbeaten Arizona Wildcats. After trailing by 3 at halftime, the Jayhawks fell behind 11 before turning it on and dominating the rest of the game. Arizona made it close at the end, but KU prevailed by a final score of 82-78, and they did it all without Darren Peterson, who was out with the flu.
The women's team also trailed by 3 points at halftime Tuesday night at Texas Tech. The Jayhawks came back to tie the game with a minute and a half to play, but the Red Raiders pulled away late for a 70-65 victory. The Jayhawks are now 15-11 overall, but just 5-9 in the conference.
The softball season is already underway as the Jayhawks went 2-3 in their opening tournament in Tampa, Florida. After beating Bethune-Cookman and Illinois State on Friday, KU's luck ran out and they lost to USF on Saturday, followed by losses to Michigan and Florida on Sunday. The Jayhawks evened their record at 3-3 with a 5-3 win on Wednesday over Florida Gulf Coast and entered the Fonseca Memorial Tournament hosted by USF. Yesterday, the Jayhawks split with Indiana State and Boston College, defeating the Sycamores 10-4, but falling to the Eagles 4-2. Kansas is now 4-4 overall and will play USF this afternoon at 3:35 p.m.
The baseball season kicks off this afternoon in Texas with the first of 3 games against UTR GVKU. We'll play 4 games in Texas, followed by 3 games in Louisiana to open the season. They will also travel to Minnesota for 4 games in the U.S. Bank Stadium before the home opener on March 5th against St. Thomas.
The indoor track teams have competed in 5 meets this season with building success. The pole vaulters scored well in the Crimson and Gold Invitational in Pittsburgh, Kansas. Mason Meaners-Hagen won the women's pole vault at 4 meters 35, while Ashton Barkdale captured the men's title at 5 meters 70.
At the Iowa State Classic last weekend, it was Morgan Snoddy winning the women's pole vault at 4 meters 33 and Ashton's brother, Bryce Berkdahl, besting the field at the men's competition at 5 meters 44.
The women's tennis team is 3-2 overall, with victories over Kansas City, Creighton, and Nebraska. The losses came against Clemson and Wichita State. The Jayhawks are off to Arkansas this weekend for matches against Wisconsin on Saturday and host Arkansas on Sunday.
The swim and dive team is 6-1 overall, with the most recent victory, a 211-89 point victory over Iowa State last Friday in Ames. The team is off this weekend to prepare for the Big 12 Championship, which begins on February 24th in Greensboro, North Carolina.
The rest of the calendar shows a busy weekend for KU athletics. Both the baseball and softball teams are in action today. Softball is in Tampa, Florida to play USF at 3:35 p.m., while the season opener for baseball is in Edinburgh, Texas against UTRGV. First pitch is at 6:30 p.m. on ESPN+.
The women's basketball team hosts Houston tomorrow at 4 p.m. in Allen Fieldhouse, while the men get a rematch with number 5 Iowa State at Hilton Coliseum in Ames, Iowa. The Cyclones have lost 2 more games since falling to KU earlier this season, but are still 21-3 overall, looking for revenge. Tip-off is at noon on ABC.
Finally, the track teams are split this weekend, with athletes heading to either Fayetteville, Arkansas, Boston, or Topeka. All results can be found on KU Athletic website.
That's it for Jayhawk Sports Report. After the break, Josie will be here with the weather.
Mike, get off your phone. Put your phone down while you're driving. That's not safe. I've told you this. Please.
From adversity, we rose. We made history and became pioneers, voyagers, champions, Jayhawks. And when our chant rises, haunting and hallowed, Jayhawks are telling the world what's near. Victory.
Welcome back. We're seeing some clear skies right now with clouds building throughout the day today before we get our next rain chance tomorrow morning. These showers will last all day tomorrow and persist throughout the afternoon before the evening when it tapers off. After we get past this rain, it'll warm up quite nicely for the beginning of next week. Current temperature is 46 with a mostly sunny sky. Again, clouds building throughout the day today. Our dew point's at 35, a very calm wind north at 2 miles per hour. Take a look outside. We can see these clear skies in Lawrence. Over in western Manhattan, we can see a little bit thicker clouds. These clouds are heading our way, but for now, we're seeing a very clear sky. This will help us warm up quite nicely into the lower 60s today. Taking a look at our temperatures, 45 in Topeka, 46 in Leavenworth, Lawrence, and Ottawa. Again, these clouds that are further to our west might be hindering the warm up a little bit today, but we're currently 46 degrees, 48 in Kansas City. As we take a look Into today, again, clouds building up throughout the day, but we should see a nice warm-up, very calm wind becoming more easterly throughout the day. 62 at 3 o'clock. Again, cloud becoming more cloudy at 5 with a high of 60, and then 7 p.m. it'll be 52. Tomorrow we should see a little bit cooler temperature. The rain is going to be holding us back from high temperatures. We've been used to the 60s recently, but a high of 52 tomorrow. Morning and afternoon rain. We're going to be picking up wind throughout the night tonight, becoming an easterly wind at 10 miles per hour, gusting up to 20 miles per hour. Again, once we get past this rain on Saturday, it is looking like a beautiful week next week. On Sunday, we see sunshine return with a high of 61. This trend continues of warming. Monday, clouds return pretty high up in the atmosphere, so it shouldn't be hindering our sunshine too much with a high of 65. Tuesday, 69, but we get a little more windy conditions. Again, clouds building throughout the beginning of next week, but that's not affecting our temperature too much. By Wednesday, we're still into the high 60s, maybe even lower 70s. And by Thursday, we cool back down a little bit, 63. But let's take a look at these rain chances on Saturday. For our baseball travelers down in Texas, not too much rain going on down there. But here in Lawrence, how far north will this system push? That's the big story, because if it goes a little bit more to the south, we're looking at a quarter inch of a rain. If it pushes a little more north, we're looking at over an inch. So still some variability on how this storm might develop, but we are looking at rain for sure for Valentine's Day. Tossing over now to Jackson.
I'm looking forward to Sunday when the rain is over. And I'm Jackson Martin.
And I'm Emil. So Jackson, what did you think about that KU-Arizona game this week?
Oh boy, that was a real barn burner in Allen Fieldhouse. The game was close all the way for the end. KU made a big run and a big push at the end of the game to go up 6 and overall end it to win by 482-78.
What do you think about that Flory dunk?
Oh, that Flory dunk was a big momentum changer. It was a huge momentum changer in Allen Fieldhouse. It got the fans going.
Yeah, I mean, obviously Allen Fieldhouse is such an incredible atmosphere. Do you think that had a that played a part in that win?
Well, Allen Fieldhouse is one of the most historic arenas in college basketball, that it had a big part on why KU won that game. And that's the reason I think KU came up on top, because the fans helped.
And what about Melvin Council? He definitely fit in after Darren Peterson was out for the game.
Melvin Council had a really good game. He had 23 and had a really good night. Badunga had 18.
He had 23 as well.
23 as well. Badunga had 23. Melvin had 23. They both had really good nights and stuff. Having to guard against the bigs of Arizona, you had to match the intensity. That's what KU did. They were able to match the intensity as Arizona, because Arizona's bigs, they're
pretty intimidating.
They were pretty intimidating during us all game.
Yeah, no, I can appreciate Melvin Council's ability to get to the line. He wasn't having the best shooting night, but the fact that he was able to get to the line and go 10 for 11 was a really big part, I feel like. Don't you think?
Yeah, I mean, we were able to close out the game and stuff. We were able to hit free throws at the end. It really helped us.
Obviously, the Flory dunk was amazing, but was there a different part of the game that you really liked?
Golly, I liked the part where Peterson went up for a layup at the end of that game, and we were able to put that game on ice. It was the biggest shot of the game to go up 6.
Yeah, it was a great game. What do you think about Arizona? Do you think that they still deserve to be the number 1?
Overall, I think Arizona still deserves to be the number 1, because they played hearts out against us.
Yeah, no, I can definitely appreciate that. We definitely got Iowa State this Saturday.
Yep.
Do you think we're going to win that?
We got Iowa State in Hilton Coliseum. That is going to be a hard game to play at Hilton. We are going to have all hands on deck if you're KU basketball. We definitely will need another Melvin Council night. If we have another one of those nights and Melvin Council and Badunga have a good night and they both connect, we could win that game at Hilton Coliseum.
Yeah, it's a great atmosphere. They definitely want to redeem that loss.
Yep.
When they lost their undefeated streak. And just one more thing. Do you think Darren Peterson's going to play this Saturday?
I think Darren Peterson will play this Saturday. I think he will play on Saturday. I think Peterson will have a good night.
Really?
Yep.
You don't think any minute restrictions or anything?
I think overall he played, a career high 35 minutes the last time he played.
Really?
Yeah.
Man, hopefully he plays that on Saturday.
Hopefully he plays that on Saturday. If he plays that on Saturday, we will have a good chance of winning.
Yeah. Well, later today on Playmakers, Yulissa Parker will have the latest on KU basketball. Kara Lyons has a feature on Jalea Davis, who now has won 6 Big 12 Freshman of the Week honors in a row. Gabe Stiggers and Trevor Burns talk KU baseball, and Zach Newkirk tells us the Jayhawks of the week. So be sure to come back to the KU Media Crossroads YouTube page at noon for today's Playmakers. Rock Chalk.